Good to go into YouTube, double check. We're testing, seeing if we're live. Oh, I think it's working. Yes, it's working. We are live. I need to make sure. Everything is going okay. So hopefully I'm seen, I'm moving, you can see my paper. My husband Ryan is checking to make sure. Looks a little glitchy on the YouTube, but not sure if that's real or just my end of things. What are you noticing, Ryan? Is it glitchy?
It's very echoey. So you need to make sure your computer audio is turned off. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So if you turn it all the way down, it should only.
Oh, just turn it down will work. Okay.
Well, you want it off, but so turn it all the way down.
Okay. See if that's better.
Check.
Thank you. Just hopping on a few minutes early to just double check that things are working. And see if that's working. Is that working, Ryan? Is it any better, Ryan? Test.
No.
Still weird.
It's still weird.
It's still on. Like, I think it's technically.
And at least on mine.
Oh, there we go. Is that any better? I was able to actually turn it off.
The other thing is it's pretty slow, both the video feeds.
Okay. So I could change
choppy, which may just be because you're trying to do two video feeds.
I can change the resolution.
That might help.
Okay, how did I do that? I'm gonna go down in resolution. I don't know to what exactly, but we're gonna try that. Ooh. Is that pretty bad? Is that focus? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, let's try that and see if that's any better. We are like live as I do this, so. The aspect ratio is a little goofy because I changed the. Let's see. Okay.
You can see it on my phone if you need to.
This one doesn't have to be as. If anyone's tuning in, we're just doing a few like last minute tech setup here. This is the other one. It gets smaller. I think we'll stick with this one. Okay. How's that, Ryan? It's definitely really delayed, but I guess that doesn't matter. As long as the sound is good, and they can see me, it should be good. We're still making sure everything's working, guys, so if you're tuning in, I think we're there. So, Ryan, is it good?
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Okay. It's a little wonky with the layout, but I think it's okay. You think? Cool. Hopefully it's smoother. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, great. I think we're up and running and working here. Oh, I wanted to just quick post this picture that I was going to post. To get some last minute people. Hold on. And then we'll just see if anyone else shows up here. And we will, there we go. Okay. There we go. We're good. All right. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay, see me okay, all that stuff. And we're gonna jump in. So I am super, super, super excited for this. Yay, people are coming in. So this week marks the 52nd week of doing a weekly live stream, which means, there's 52 weeks in a year. So that means that I have done a live stream every week for an entire year. So last year, around this time, I started doing live streams and was able to keep it up all year long. So it definitely wasn't easy, and there were definitely some live streams that I absolutely hated and things that I made that I didn't like, that I was like, how did I make that in front of people? But anyway, here I am. I've done it. I've made it a whole year. Thanks, Audrey. Yay! Thanks for watching. So I wanted to celebrate by doing some more art for you, obviously, because that's what my live stream is about, is doing art. Live. It's good accountability for me. And then I wanted to also do a giveaway because I like giving away art, and I have cards that are my art, and a book that I read recently that I really, really enjoyed that I want to share. So I've got a lot of fun things to give away. So to participate in the giveaway, and I'll say this a few times throughout the stream just so that you are aware and people coming in kind of know, but it is at the top of the screen or the video here. You just need to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com. And you can put in the subject line 52 exclamation point so that I know that it's for this. And then that's all you have to do. You can leave it blank if you want to, or say hi, whatever. And then I will, over the weekend, pick winners to take home these paintings that I'm going to do with you now, as well as a copy of Keep Going by Austin Kleon, which I've absolutely loved. Super, super good. You don't have to be an artist specifically to enjoy this. You can just be a creative person if you do other things with your time that are creative. Great book for that. And then I'll be giving away 2 packs of 10 cards in each one. They're mix mix and match pack, each of them. And so they've got 10 different random styles of cards that I've done. These are all made for my original artwork over the years, usually larger paintings and stuff. So 2 winners will get those, the book, and then the paintings. So super excited. So if you have friends or people that are interested that want to participate, like, get them watching this live stream so they know how to enter, and then yeah, we'll kind of just go at it. So if you have questions or want to interact with me, I can see the chat and I want to respond to you guys, so feel free to ask questions or comment or whatever. So let's dive in. I wanted to do some paintings that were a little bit more wintry. I'm kind of in this like winter kick today, so, or the last few weeks, I'm kind of just ready for winter, which is weird to say, but I am. So I'm going to be doing some wintry scenes. I decided to just go all acrylic. The last live stream giveaway I did some of like I did everything, which was a little bit chaotic. So I decided to do acrylic, but I do have my metallic watercolors, which I'll probably do a little bit of glazing over some of the acrylic later for certain pieces if I decide to do that. But that is here if I want it. So I do have a YouTube video on the review for my review on these Paul Rubens metallic watercolors. Awesome. I've been using, I mean, since I bought them, I've like used them so much with my watercolors. It's crazy. So anyway, we're going to jump in and do, I got to figure out which one I want to start with here. I'll probably start with this one. And I'll kind of just keep flipping between these here so that I can, and it's, I wish I had like a larger monitor because it's hard to like fit everything on this page. But that's okay. So if you see anything weird with the video, let me know because I covered myself up here so I can't see that. But we'll start with this. Okay, so I'm going to get out some paint. Some ultramarine blue here with, I always do a little bit of both because I think the sky has, well, you'll kind of see what these are as I go. I did sketch them out ahead of time so that I wasn't doing that with you guys. And they were just simple sketches anyway, so not a big deal. But we're going to give this a try. Using acrylic. I try to get out all my primaries because I tend to use those, so there you go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm seeing people coming in. Yay, yay, yay. Instructions for the giveaway are at the top of this video, so I don't have to say it the whole time. I'll say it occasionally when I'm like, oh, let's do that. But you can win one of these paintings I'm doing or one of these things. There will be a bunch of winners. So let's see. Oh, I was running out of white in the other thing that I have. What do you call it? Brand of paint. So I'm using this. It's okay. And the like pump thing is clogged. So this is real life, people. Real life. I'm not an actor. I did not plan this very well. Look at that. I have to get the paint out like that. It's just dumb. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, so let's jump into this painting. I'm really excited. I took this painting, I don't know, years ago in Silverthorn, or this picture, sorry, years ago in Silverthorn. And it's blue sky with some dead aspen, winter aspen, and snow. So let's do it. I've been loving painting snow these days because I finished a big painting actually just today. We're going to start by just filling in some basic sky color. And as I go up, add a little bit more blue each time. I didn't tape these today, and my reasoning for that was because I literally couldn't find my tape, or I think I'm out. One of the two, so they're not gonna have nice sharp edges like last time, but whatever. That's okay, right? Is that okay? That's okay. I forget that you can see my face now too, so hopefully I don't pick my nose. Okay. Painterly, a little bit of a painterly style here. Hold on, I gotta move this together a little bit more. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's blurry. Hold on. This is why I need to like look at this occasionally. Sorry. I'm gonna use this to let it focus. Focus, focus. Is it gonna focus? Oh, come on, come on. Focus. It's not... Okay. Oh, there we go. I did have to bring the resolution down, so hopefully it's actually clear. When it's far away, it's having trouble. Come on, focus. Focus. Hopefully the resolution... Oh, it's awful. Sorry, guys. That's not how it's... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Maybe it was okay. I need to look at the video so that I don't do that to you guys again. Okay. So we've got some sky. Now the thing with this is I'm going to jump between some paintings because of dry time and all that. So thanks, Audrey. Yes. If anything like that happens, let me know because I'm, distracted. Yes, you can't scratch your nose with charcoal because that would be... I've done that. Probably many times. With teaching and stuff, Yeah. Okay. I'm going to switcheroo, go to this one real quick. And this one is different. This one is also landscape. But the sky, ooh. Oh, oops, too much blue. The sky up above, oh, I did it again, is like this gray. This gray color. And then it turns to sort of a yellow, a very light yellow. And it does do this weird, it is kind of mixing weird, but that's what it's looking like to me. A bit more white maybe in there. As we come all the way down. And then we're gonna add, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm seeing more people flooding in. Yay, yay, yay. I could show you my palette as I'm doing this if you're curious, color mixing wise, how this is going. But I'm going to just make this transition to this next color. Kind of working with the painterly style still. Did I say that already? I'm going to bring this a little farther down. I'm going to avoid the sun for the moment. Even though I could just paint it on top, but a lot of times leaving the naked canvas or something like that. Sorry, my husband's helping background stuff here with the video, so I can always turn off my face video if I need to. But I think we're okay. looks okay. Alright, then it goes more pink. Technology, right? Awful. So we're doing skies, I guess, on all four. Did I plan this out? No, not really. I just go at it. I did plan some things so that I'm not like fumbling around here with you guys. Because I know you have, lives and things to do. But thank you for watching. It's kind of a weird, I think this year of live streams, that is, went really fast. Because I was just like early pregnancy last year at this time, and that's just weird to think about now. Oh yay, we got some more comments. Sorry, I have to extend the thing a little bit more so I can see. There we go. I'm using, Otter's asking what products I'm using. I'm using just acrylic. I use a bunch of different brands though. It's not like Liquitex, and those are both Liquitex basics. And like the Michaels brand sometimes I use. So it's a combination of stuff. And yeah, Sydney, yay, Sydney's joining. It is acrylic, yes. I haven't really touched oil since before. When I found out I was pregnant, I decided to stop. And I haven't gone back, so that's why I'm using oil. Okay, so there's that sky. Got 2 skies done. Let's do this cool tree now. It's a pretty cool tree. Gotta find my picture. Oh, the sky on this one's more white. So we're gonna go for less blue, more white. And under these lights that I'm working on here, they dry my paint really fast, which is kind of nice for something like this where I have to work a little bit quicker and I'm working on multiples and I need to let them dry a little bit between layers. They don't have to be completely dry, but there. It's got kind of a lightish blue on that sky. Easy. I'm loving this one. This one's looking good. I do want that sky's not like super thick up above. I want to thicken it a little bit more because it's just looking a little bit too thin. There we go. Okay, and this one I thought it would be fun to, oh, we got Becky. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a little bit, my mind's a little bit busy with the multitasking thing, but I'm trying. But thank you. Oh, thank you, Sydney. That's super nice. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys can enter the giveaway. Well, let me just give you a sneak peek of not only these while that's drying, but I will be giving away these as well. So stay tuned for that. Actually, it'll be over the weekend because you have to email me anyway. We'll do it another time. But this picture here, oh, I'm gonna have to make black. This is what I do to myself. I don't use a lot of black, and so then when I need black, I don't have it around. I'll just make black. Okay, so let's add this. And I'm going to do, oops, a little purpley. We want more yellow into that. Sorry, I should show my palette more because you're probably curious how I made that. sorry, next time. And there's just a little bit of, I want to almost go for like a black and white with this thing, because it's an old car stuck in the snow, and I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if I could like make it monochromatic but black and white. So we're gonna try that. And there's, you know, there's sort of a blurry edges to this. Then it gets a little bit darker as it comes forward, actually, but I could just kind of glaze over this, that would probably be wise. I better do that. Oh, Shannon, yay! Thanks for tuning in. Then this goes this direction. And let's just fill this in with the gray, because again, we're working with acrylic, so we can layer. So if I just fill this in here, then basically I can, sorry if I keep looking up, it's because I'm looking at my picture on my computer, so I'm not like staring it out. That same gray though is other places on this car, so I'm just gonna, might as well use it, right? Okay, now I want to go darker. So this ultramarine blue and this red and this yellow can make a pretty dark color here. I've got some white in there, but you know, that's okay. And then we're gonna come in and put in some hints of windows. Things in the distance. The building back here. Some shop windows, I don't know, something like that. It's the background, it's important, but it also doesn't need to be the focus, so it's not the focus. So I don't want to go too crazy with this. Ooh, London! Yay, thanks for tuning in. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm trying to be fast here because I have to work on 4 at a time, so I am kind of probably going faster than I normally would, but it's really good practice for me to be under pressure. I work better under pressure. This needs to be a little bit more defined in the background. Again, I don't need to go crazy, but just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's fine. You rinse off my brush and dry it. Hey, Annalise! I am Bob Ross's daughter. Yes, thank you. Is that because I'm fast at it, or what part exactly? There's some snow in the distance on some of these things, because again, we're going for kind of a wintry scene. Okay, that's probably good enough for my buildings and such things in the distance. Okay. Let's go back to the first one. So we got all our skies done. Let's go to this sky. It's a good thing I got my pictures so close together here, so I can go right back to this one. Okay, now I want to do that. Oh, I should have done the mountain when I did this, but did the background. That's okay, we'll just do it again. Do it now. If I say nonsense things while I'm painting, it's because I can't multitask very well. It's a right brain thing where I'm like, I can't talk at the same time. Okay, so these are like mountain trees in the distance. So I'm gonna come in here and just kind of plop, plop, plop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Plop, 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 plop. That's what Bob Ross does, is he makes sound effects when he paints. So yes, I am Bob Ross's daughter. Plop, 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 plop. Happy little tree right there. I don't really know what's happening back here exactly, but actually I probably went a little dark for that because colors in the distance are a little bluer and lighter. So again, we're working in layers, so I'm just overlapping my sky a little bit here. Now this is a little tricky, I do want to work in layers. My voice is so calming. I'm so glad, Becky. I guess this is just how I talk, I don't know. But thank you. I don't know if you can hear my baby in the background. Ryan's trying to put him down to sleep, so hopefully he'll go down. Putting in a little bit of blues in here. Okay, what is this here? I'm not liking this so far. It looks very fakey. I think I need to go in and put a little variety in these trees. They're behind though, so I don't need to worry too much about it, but a little bit of, variety will help with that picture. Honestly, going a little bit lighter in here can also help. So if you're new to watching my live streams, I do this every week. This is why we're celebrating today, because I've done it every week for an entire year, which is why I wanted to do a giveaway. So thank you for watching and tuning in. But if you are ever interested, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this, to see more, to be notified of more live streams, which I will do every week, continuing to do that every week. Sometimes it fluctuates between a weeknight, like a Wednesday night or a Friday night. I used to do Fridays like over lunch, but less people are available during that time to watch, so I changed it. I'm gonna just continue with this piece since I'm here to get a little bit going. So there's snow, and I'm gonna start with some of the shading, the shadow areas, I think. Oh, you know what I'm missing is some purple. Oh no, I ruined the color. Ugh. Snow is interesting to paint because it does have a lot of colors in it. Even though it's white, it's not ever really white, so it's reflecting colors around it and things. So I have to really observe the colors that I'm looking at here and try to mimic what I see. This is like a snowy road. You'll see it in a moment here when I put in the shadows on the road. This is why I love this picture, because it is really dramatic with the shadows on the road. So this going off the edge here, snow is pretty chunky and stuff, texture-y, so I want to make sure I put that in there. I do want to use the same color. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. I'm making sound effects again. Okay, then as things go off into the distance, things get less detailed, closer together, thinner. See if I can make this happen with this brush. This brush isn't great for these tiny details, but we're gonna try it. Now, as it comes this way, it kind of comes up the edge, this little bank here. So I'm gonna put in just boom, boom, boom. And boop, 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 boop. And boom, boom, boom. Just a little bit in there. A little bit more in here. Kind of a dry brush technique. Okay, okay. Okay, now there's some over in here. Okay, then they disappear. Okay, so there's the shadows. Snow. Now, snow can be a little bit on the warmer side, so I'm going to put a touch of yellow in it. No, it's not yellow snow. It's just snow that's kind of creamy. Because the sun itself is pretty warm, and so you're not going to tell the difference here, but just enough that put in a little bit of this. Just a little bit of, ooh, I got like a funny clump. Okay, as it comes across this way. Now see, what happens is I get stuck in one painting for a while, because I get excited and into it, which I guess is okay, but I do need to make sure I'm switching between the paintings here so that I can get them done. Oh man, ooh, no, ah. Oh no, that clump is coming back. Okay, that should be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, then there's like snowy parts in the mountain thing back here. There's some snow here. I just want to put in wherever I see that. It's good to blend with your fingers sometimes in acrylic. Easy to do. And blends things a little bit. Okay, I might take a break from that one, let that one kind of sit a little bit, and I can contemplate it. And let's go to this one. Yes. Next picture. Ta-da! We're gonna work in the next layer, which actually is very similar to this color, maybe a little bit on the warmer side. Now the trick with this, there's these trees. Oh, let me do the horizon line first. I think it's like here. I don't actually know. The color doesn't look quite right. A little bit more like that. Okay, now these trees, because it's again a wintry scene, and so I lost my sketch though. But basically, if I kind of dry off my brush a little bit here and have less paint, I can probably get that effect. There's like darker parts, but you know when trees, they don't have leaves on them anymore and you see them from a distance. Trees in the winter, the sky just like takes all the attention because it's winter and there's no leaves to compete with. So I'm going to do the darker parts first, which often are the edges and some of the inside bottom parts here. A little bit here. This picture actually has a car in it, kind of going quickly. So I'm going to attempt that later. We did there. Oh yeah, that dry brush is perfect. See that? Just looks like a tree. Boom. Just this week, actually, I put my art on Society 6. I don't know if you've heard of Society 6. I think I put it in the description of this video. You can buy my art now in prints or on things like iPhone cases, all of that through this website. So I don't have to do a lot of the work. I just put my art up there and people can order it through them to have it on those things. So check it out. You know, art makes great Christmas gifts or gifts in general. So if you're needing ideas, like, go check out Society 6 Fragile Glory Impression, or no, it's my name, Mary Langlish. Again, the link is in the description of this video. Put a few kind of like stick-like things. Something like that might be kind of nice. Okay, I want to dry this off even more because I want to have sort of a... Is this pink still here? Not really. Again, stuff dries under these lights really fast. Do a little bit of a gray. Kind of reminds me of a William Turner painting, if you know your artists. Let's check the chat here. Oh, thanks, Sydney. Yes, I had fun with the gradient. I kind of let it still be sort of painterly, so it's not like perfect, but I wanted it to, yeah, just be really more impressionistic, which is really fun. Okay, I think I'm good. I don't want to overdo these trees, although the top edges are a little bit darker. Because trees are kind of rounded. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I might fill in the next layer of color, though, so that I have this at a good spot to pause that. London. Cost for commission of a pet. I will have to give that to you via email because I have a whole chart thing that helps me with pricing. So I'll have to let you know. It depends on the size that you want. So you can think about a standard size that you're wanting. And then sometimes the medium that I use. I don't really charge by time because I can work pretty quick. And so it'd be punishing me if I, charged by time, because I'd get it done really quick. So I charge kind of by square inch somewhat. But again, I don't know that off the top of my head, so I can tell you that later. If you entered the giveaway, which I hope you did and assumed you did, because why not? I can email you back with some of that information if you want. I will do that. I love having you guys join. This is awesome. We've got a lot of students watching. Friends, family, so thank you. Okay, this color, actually this comes down over to here, I didn't see that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, I'm singing a Christmas song. That's not allowed. At least in my book, it's not allowed. I want this. Yes. Yes, Society 6 is awesome. So thank you for checking that out. They've got lots of cool stuff. But I have a whole site with my work on there too, so it just takes, I've always wanted to do like prints and stuff, but it takes the pressure off of me to have to deal with that part of it. So obviously as the artist I get less commission from that because they're doing all the hard work, but it's worth it in my opinion. I just need to upload my art and I do the art, I make the art, so that's more work. Okay, working on some straight lines here. Let's go a little bit darker in the corner. Okay, so there's that painting so far. I wonder if I should just paint this blob of a car in there too. Might as well do that. It's kind of this color. It's a little darker. Yes, they have Apple Watch bands, coffee cups, things like that. As the artist, I only select certain things that I want my art to be made into and purchasable as. And sometimes the resolution of the photo has to be a certain way for some of those things to pop up as an option for me. But yes, I selected some of those things because I thought people could be wearing art. Kind of cool. There's other cases. You don't have to have an iPhone. There's other things on there too. Okay. Now the thing with this car here is that it's blurry. It's in motion. So let's try this. I just want to kind of brush over. Make it look kind of blurry, I guess. I don't know how it's going to work. Oh, and these pieces I'm working on right now are 5x7. So if you win one of these, it's easy to pop into a 5x7 frame. It's standard size. I had to learn that the hard way as an artist, is framing is a pain in the butt, and so in order to frame things and not have it be such a pain, I have to work in standard sizes so that I can just like go buy a frame and make it easy. Okay, so I'm going to put this one aside. That's that one so far. Let's go do this one, my vertical one. Picture. So So we've got some sort of, I'm working with, I love when this happens, when I make a color and it kind of works for all the paintings. It's great. Yes! Becky, Apple Watch bands on Society 6. I think I have like, was it 18 paintings that I put up there? And most of them you can buy as an Apple Watch band. So you can go check it out. Again, gifts for yourself, gifts for other people. Both. Just yourself, whatever. Kind of fun options there for things. Okay, I'm gonna glaze over this because I can see my sketch through that, okay? I'm gonna go for a little bit lighter. This one's not so much wintry. I mean, it could be more of a colder scene, but it's got a green. I just love this tree, which I'll show you later. It's just kind of tall and kind of dark, Dr. Seussy. Dr. Seussy. Kind of like Dr. Seuss. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, and I'm really attracted to these weird trees, shaped trees. You know, irregular looking trees are just interesting. I did a live stream recently where I was working on a piece of 2 big trees with just covered in vines from Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I just thought I thought it might not work well as a painting, but I'm going to try it because I was just really wanting to paint it. So I think it turned out okay. It's not as strong of a piece as I would have liked it to be, but this is not as blue as I want it to be. There we go. So this has some green mountainy shape in the distance here. Now, hopefully you guys stick around because I'm going to try to use my metallic paints on top of some of this. It just adds, I won't do it on every single one, but it adds just a little bit of something, a sparkle, you know, to the painting. This color isn't quite what I want. Actually, this right here is. We're going to come down here, and off in the distance here is kind of this green that blends into this. Kind of like that, I guess. Does that make sense? Sure. Oh, let me just show you again. Winners will get one of these paintings, or they'll get to pick. So in order of who I pick first, there's going to be 7 winners, I guess. And who I pick first gets to pick one of these options. And then we'll go down the line from there. First winner, second winner, all that. But these are cards that I make. And you get a set of 10 random ones. So there'll be 2 winners for that. And this book, Keep Going by Austin Kleon, which you don't have to be an artist to enjoy. You can just be a creative person, a productive person. This is just a really good book. I love this book. So I want to share it with some more people. So you'll get a copy of this via Amazon. And the paintings, of course. There's like things happening down in here, but I don't really want to deal with it. So we're not gonna. The decisions you have to make. As long as the colors are what I want. I could hint at. There's like buildings and stuff way in the distance there. So I'm like, well, you have to start with a base layer anyway, so here goes that base layer. What is happening here exactly? We've got like, I'm just gonna take this gray color and I'm just gonna literally fill the whole bottom of this first, because it's better to work in layers. Give yourself a base layer so you don't have like canvas showing through. Don't like that. Don't like that. It's funny I say that though, because I've been working on a series, or working on paintings that I intentionally leave the background showing through, but I've already painted it a specific color. Okay, so there's my base color there. Then I can make greens. Sure, that works. And these, I might have to wait for this to dry because that's too wet. Maybe back in here I'll do a little bit where it's blendier. Let it kind of blend with the next layer. Put in some of this color. A little purple in the grasses, why not? Sometimes grasses are kind of purple. Artistic license. Okay, I'm gonna have to let that sit so it can dry. My sky is looking weird. Maybe while I'm here, so that when I let it dry, it can all dry together. Let me dry my brush off here a little bit and get some new paint. And I want it to be just creamier. Sure, that's better. Okay, switching. Next painting, let's go to the car. Okay, so this one's the harder one for me. Landscapes, easy. Cars, why did I pick it? I don't know. I thought one of you guys would like it. I'm thinking about you. Okay, it's definitely not easy though. Okay, so I'm gonna make a light gray, medium gray. Let's make a medium gray. And I'm doing the ultramarine blue, this red, green, yellow. Okay, there's kind of a black color. If I add a little white to some of it here, then I can get a gray. Look at that gray. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're gonna put that in here a little bit more defined. Oh, thanks, London. Yeah, it's not easy. I haven't even really done the car yet, and I'm already freaking out. Sorry, there's some details back in here. Can you see I'm avoiding the car? Because I'm like, it's too hard. It's okay, we'll do it. It'll be fine. Okay, now I'm going to go even lighter with the gray. Wipe off the brush. Because I want to just place where the snow is supposed to be on this car. Ooh, oh yeah, that'll be fine. Because then once I have the snow, probably shouldn't have done the snow in some of these parts yet, but it's okay. Because there's like the black part of the car is showing, so let me fix that and put that in first. And I have black. It's like I was planning this out. Sorry, I got really focused there because this is hard. Oh, oops. Sorry, the links to my original live stream for this apparently aren't working right now. It's a different stream that you're watching than what I link everywhere. So let me, hold on. That's a huge bummer. Okay, we'll be okay. We'll figure it out. All right. So, where are we at here? Thank the Lord for my husband, who's off in the other room, keeping an eye on things. He says not to worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, and let's see. It's like the tire. It's very hard because it's all like covered by snow, obviously. So yeah. Someone said there would be cats. Oh, Dave. Sorry. I should have done a cat. I should be doing a cat. Maybe I should hide one in one of these. Maybe I'll put one in the window of the car or something. To make you happy. I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't think about you. Snow. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for snow. I don't know. I do like snow. I think because this year has been just awful on some levels. Not awful completely for me, but definitely not fun. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas. I'm going to switch to a detailed brush here and attempt the outside edge of these lights. I tend to be one brush kind of gal. I just sort of use the one brush for everything, but I can't really do those small details with that flat brush. So here goes. I should have done that over here, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a painting. Paintings aren't perfect. They're not meant to be. They're meant to be an interpretation, if you will, of something that the artist sees or experiences or whatever. Is my giveaway a cat? No, sorry. It's not. Sorry, I was reading multiple things at once here, so. I'm going to put a cat in there for you, Dave, right now. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it right now. It's hopefully... I don't normally draw or paint cats, so hopefully I don't screw it up. But we'll try it. Let's see. Small brush. Here we come. Is this a window? Yeah, sure. How's that, Dave? Can you even see it? Look it, there's the little bitty cat in there. I'll put the tail and everything. What do their tails look like? Do they like kind of go out? I'm just gonna do it. There you go. Best cat ever. Thank you. Thank you. London says, your mom is putting up the Christmas tree now. No. That can't happen. I'm not one of those people where things Christmassy have to start before Thanksgiving. So why is she doing that? No, I get it a little bit this year, you know, because I am sort of like wanting Christmas to come so badly. So I get it. So I guess I shouldn't judge too hard. She can do what she wants. Okay, I'm putting on some thick snow highlights on top of here. Looking like snow. Had to put the darker shadow color first. Okay, there's a lot of comments. Hold on. Shannon says, yeah, that's true. Shops around town are getting Christmas stuff up. It does seem earlier than normal. Yeah, thanks, Dave. The tails look like tails of a cat. Very helpful. I'm putting this on a little bit thick because I want it to kind of also, you know, just feel like snow. Oh, this is really fun. Okay, I think I've passed over the, like, this is hard stage. Now I'm just fixing values, getting it to where I want it to be. There's like snow caked up in the tires here a little bit. It's kind of a gray. I was gonna go again, like I said, for sort of a black and white painting here, but because I didn't actually have my black paint with me, my colors are actually kind of colored. They like have color to them. They're not just black and white. But that's okay, you know. Okay. Now that I have a small brush, I can go crazy with getting this detail in the spokes of this tire here. This one's becoming a little bit tighter in, we say tighter in art when we're talking about how detailed we're going. When you're going really detailed, you get really tight with your strokes and stuff like that. Sorry, the comments are getting cut off here. I gotta just make it a little bigger. There we go. Yeah, I could put a cat on the roof of the car too, but I don't know. One cat's enough, right? I don't know. Dave, how many cats do you have? For a guy who loves cats so much, you should probably have more. Like, don't you just have, like, 2? Okay, I think I'm really happy with this. Now, I'm going to come in and put some chunks of shadowy snow down in here. Your aunt has 7 cats, London? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna just put a little bit. I'm gonna put white down later, but let's move to a different painting here so you don't get bored. So I don't get bored. Yeah, I get bored. Okay, I'm gonna pause on that one and move to this one. And actually, I'm gonna stick with the small brush because we need it for the trees in this picture. So it's like I planned it. Did I mention that I don't plan anything? Okay, we're gonna go for a neutral. Too bad we're out of that sort of gray color, because we're just gonna make it again. Make sure that you guys enter the giveaway. It should be on the top of this video. And you'll get to win one of these paintings or a pack of 10 cards, random styles of cards of mine, and or this book, Keep Going by Austin Kleon, which is awesome. So, lots of things to give away today. Winners will be announced over the weekend, not during the live stream, sorry. I can only do so many things at once. It's really hard to tell what color these are here, so I'm kind of just going at it with some, just mix some colors together, see what happens. It's definitely a darker than you think, but it's gonna look dark against the sky and clouds here. This is probably my least favorite painting at the moment, so we need to do some work to get this to where it needs to be. So we're gonna start here. Actually, I'm gonna do a, oh no, that might confuse me. I'm not liking doing this with my arm going up, but we'll just try it. So I'm gonna put in trees, start with some of the thicker ones, coming out of this snow here on the edge. And it's gonna come all the way down. Oh, too far, Mary, too far. I'm sorry if some of you guys were trying to find this stream by clicking on all the links that I shared like for the last 2 weeks to prep for this, and apparently OBS, which is a program that I use to get both video of me and video of this at the same time, started a new live stream. So I'm glad 10 people are watching. Looks like 10 people are watching, so yay! Thanks for watching. I'm glad you found it. I'm sorry if it caused confusion. Okay, it's very hard to get any thinner than this, but they need to go thinner than this. Because they have to get really thin as they go back this way. So this will be interesting. Like hardly touching. Hardly touching. Okay. And holding my breath as I do it. Do you guys do that with anything that you like have to focus on or concentrate? Do you like hold your breath? I do it a lot more than I think I do when it comes to painting. Okay, now there's a ton of branches in here. Great. I'm not super thrilled about that, because I feel like I make branches look a little too fakey unless I really look at each section and make it look right. And I'm like, I don't have a lot of patience for that. Okay, I'm liking it better. Like, the trees really help this picture. Okay, so I've got the shadow colors down. Let's see, there's a few more trees back in here. A little water. Just gotta, you gotta hint, suggest, branches without actually putting them in there, because no one's got time for that. Sure, whatever. Okay, then this here is that it's the branches far away, so I can just sort of plop, 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 rub, rub, rub. And then for things that are a little bit closer, actually the color of the aspens here, with no leaves, that is, are, oh yeah, actually that's the right color. I don't know if you can see that, but just putting that down over those branches looks like more branches off in the distance. Like, there's a clump of aspeny things back in here. Yeah, that's exactly the color. Could be maybe a little more yellow, but let's just make it more yellow. We can do what we want. Do what we need to do. That technique's not gonna work for things that are closer, though, because there's more details. Gosh darn it. But we can work with some highlights now. So we can make these branches come to life real quick by putting on a little highlight. Thanks, Becky. Snow looking realistic. That's the goal, but thank you. I'm glad you can see that. It takes a while for me as the artist to kind of like notice and see what a painting needs to get it to that point, but I'm glad it's looking that way already. So putting in, and these don't even have to be on the things I already drew. Oh yeah. Look at those branches. It could have music going, but that might just sound weird over YouTube, so you can play your own music on your end, and I'll just sing to myself over here. It's definitely small details on these ones that I wasn't quite expecting to do. So hopefully it's paying off, because it's not easy. But when is anything easy? I don't really know where this ends up, but we'll just put it there. And then we'll stick this here. I feel like I need to go a little bit thicker with some of my highlighted ones on this side, especially as they come down this way and around. Sure, I might take a break from that one. Well, yeah, hold on. I'm noticing something. I want to, with this sort of light blue, come in and actually put some light blue in some of these spots where snow is not white, it's got a little bit of a value. I did a dry brush earlier and I'm not like loving it, so we're gonna cover that up a little bit here. And brush with our finger. Get a little bit in here. But it's going to stand out from when I actually put down some bright white. It's going to be like, well, bam! So that's why we're doing this. I'm going to put a little bit in here and I'm going to really blend it because it's going to get a little bit of reflected light. It's a little much though, Mary. A little much. Just a little bit of reflected light bouncing up into there. Perfect. Okay, rinse off the brush. Cool. So that one and that one are close to done. We just have to do some last minute layers, and then of course if I want to do any, you know, metallic watercolors on top, I will add that on top. But let's go to this one. I don't really have a specific order here, I'm just sort of going at it. So next picture. So there's a little bit of a sorry, lost my train of thought there for a second. A little bit of a highlight. Again, I've got the small brush. It's perfect. It worked out good because I need it for some of these areas on these different paintings. And technically, this is a road, and there's this very fine suggestion of like yellow line down the middle here. And I'm gonna go for kind of a gray, and we're gonna just put a little highlight on top of the car and like soften it and blend it, because again the car is in motion. Again, it's another car. I put another car in the painting. I don't paint cars, people. Why am I doing this to myself? It's hard. It's really hard. Okay, there's a little bit of a highlight here that's like bluer. So we're gonna put that in. This one just reminds me of like road trips. You know, early morning, getting up. Lots of family memories doing that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this with white. The highlight or the headlights are showing, and they're in white. Well, they're kind of yellowy, but I'm gonna do them in white first, and then I can put yellow on top. Just want to give them a base of white so that they can be super bright. Does it look like a car? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that helps a little bit. Okay, the other thing is that my sun here, I hadn't finished yet, and I want to give it a white outline, I guess. Then it's kind of yellowy though, so what I'm gonna do is get some white paint, a little bit of yellow, mostly white, and around the, oh no, too much water, around the edges I want to go in, oh man, just got like a puddle of water instead. We're going to put a little bit of yellow around that center of white. I'll just dab it. Do it again just to cover. I got a little bit of pencil mark on there that I'm not liking. A very small center is white, then it's like a little yellowy on the outside rim, and then it might just have like a touch of orange on the farthest rim of the sun, so we're gonna put it in there. Again, the details you wish you didn't see sometimes. Okay. Now I can do the lights yellow because I think they're probably dry enough because of these lights that I'm underneath here as I work on this. They're kind of yellowy, they're kind of orange yellow, actually probably very similar to the color I just used on the sun. And we're going to just put a little bit of that it's not warm enough, I need a little bit more red. There we go. It's mostly peachy. Okay, sure. So this one might be done. I'm gonna kind of sit on it a little bit, but let's move to this one, which we haven't really touched in a while. These two, you know, may be done. Well, no, we have to do the snow, some white snow on that. This one is interesting. We're gonna start, I probably should have done this sooner, but we're going to get the base of the tree color in there. And it's quite dark. Ooh, and I'm running out of some of these colors that I have been using. We're gonna need to squeeze out some more. Primary blue is my blue-green, and that's what we need. darkening my color enough here. Okay, so now this is where I want to get really textured. We'll go on top of it with the highlight. But this tree is just so cool, and so I want to, the outside edges, I want to really get that kind of fluffy, but covering the canvas. Like I can go outside my sketch because I planned it that way. But I want this to just be kind of like filled in. Put in a little red in there, deepen it a little bit. Then we're gonna come down this way, fill this in. Okay, it's looking a little too perfect. Definitely a weird tree. Okay, that color actually, let me have it, is maybe kind of in the grasses down here. My sister Amy's in this photo, but I'm not going to put a person in it. Okay, got some base colors there. I might switch to this brush again, and we're gonna do the trunk, which is very interesting shapes, which is super fun. Go for quite dark here first, and then we'll it's a little bit crooked, but it's supposed to be. Just thought I'd make that clear so you didn't think I was an awful artist. I had to drawing straight lines. Actually, it's ending up more straight than I want it to be. Why? There's some crazy, like... Ooh, it's a little thick. It's okay. Some just weird looking, like, twigs and things in here. Okay, the highlight's gonna really bring this out. It's got this super bright light on it. This is kind of a rock down in here. Okay. I might need to let that dry before I do the highlight though, so I'm gonna switch to the car again. Let's go back to the car. Now, what did I say I need to do with the car? Mostly just snow, I think. I want to go back to my bigger brush. Well, do I? Yeah. Okay, so then what's gonna happen here is we wanna make sure there's enough of a shadowy white in here before I come in with some brighter whites. Because we want to have a little bit of sort of a lumpy snow look. Sure. Okay, I'm liking, ooh, don't like that color, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm liking where this one is going. Okay, so I've got the, you know, darker snow in there, shadowy snow. Now I can go in with white and plop that down and let it look kind of thick and clumpy, because the more thick and clumpy it can be, the more snow-like it'll look. This car is really stuck in that snow there. This part shouldn't be quite as, you don't want a lot of contrast in the corners of your picture, so I'm trying to get rid of that. This looks a little too dramatic in here. More snow on the tops of Some of that. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll just keep this one. I'm kidding. One of you gets to take this home with you. Or gets this sent to your home, I should say. There's just like little hints of things back in here. Reflections in windows, that type of thing. Oh, good question, Becky. Do you have names for each of these? And when do I usually name a painting? That is a great idea. Actually, I was just listening to a podcast episode of this art podcast that I found called Art Juice. So if any artists out there want to look them up, really great podcast. But anyway, they were literally talking about titling your work and how to title your work. And I always was taught, not always taught, but I felt like some art teacher along the way told me like, oh, you know, you just keep it simple. Just like either don't name it or like literally just say, you know, car and snow or something like that. And so I had that mindset of like, okay, so I don't want to put too much effort into the title because you want the art to speak for itself. But these ladies on this podcast were talking about pretty much the opposite. Now they work abstract normally, but what one of them said was so profound. I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I want to think about when I title my work now. Is you want, when someone looks at the title, for it to basically finish the painting. So looking at the painting, when someone looks at the title, they want more information, they want more, and so you should give them more to think about, more to like about the painting. And so she gave an example. There were these two, there's this painting of this couple on a beach or something like that, walking on the beach. And, you know, it could have been like couple on the beach. Could be the title of the painting. But she said it was called She Didn't Know Yet, or She Didn't Know was the title of the painting. And it's like, it makes you think when it's just a representation of like two people walking on the beach and it says she didn't know, you're like, she didn't know what? That's literally what they were talking about in the episode. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's what a title should be, is something that makes you think a little bit more about the painting, or, you know, observe things about the painting that you wouldn't have otherwise. So, with that said, I have absolutely no idea what I would name these. And I've named some of my work kind of like that in the past, and I always thought it was kind of silly, like I was trying to make it into a bigger story than it was. But I think, I don't know, I think the viewer appreciate it more when there is a little bit of some story that you can put with it by titling it a certain way. So I'll have to think about that when it comes to these paintings. Oh, let me do this one. So this one I think I'm gonna call Done. So I'm gonna sign it. But let's move to this one real quick. This one just needs some snow. But to answer your question, Becky, I guess I don't have names for these ones, and I usually name a painting after it's done. Sometimes as I'm painting it, be like, especially towards the end, I'll be like, ooh, this could, you know, be called this or whatever. But a lot of the time, I don't know till later, and most of the time I'm trying to rack my brain for something and trying to be creative, and it's like a pain. But good question. I have been thinking about that recently, so... Oh, I need more yellow. our snow has to have a little bit of warmth to it. Not yellow snow, like I said, just a little bit of warmth. So we're using a warm yellow, a cadmium yellow, medium hue or whatever. And we'll add a little bit of yellow, just a touch, like you won't even be able to tell it's yellow, except it's just gonna really help the snow look more inviting. Well, it seems weird to say with yellow snow, but I'm having a lot of fun, guys, so hopefully you're having fun watching me and joining me. I'm very appreciative that you are here celebrating with me, that I've been doing this every week for a whole year. It's kind of crazy. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. So thank you for making it a special celebration and for interacting with me. I love that. Yeah, I totally agree, Becky. Just really titling a piece just can add so much more story and detail than I had thought, honestly. Oh, there's actually, I'm noticing in this painting, or the picture that I'm looking at, there's a little bit of some lines that show, it's a packed road. Oh, yeah. And that just, so actually, back to the title thing, if you have any ideas for these pictures, put it in the comments. I would love to hear suggestions for names. Be creative. Oh, the other thing that they were saying is, I don't know, I lost my train of thought about the title thing. Oh, that they would take, like you can take song lyrics or like a poem or something and like turn it into a title for a painting. If your painting, somehow relates to that. I thought, ooh, that's a cool thing too. So if you ever hear cool phrases, like on the radio or wherever, it's like, oh, you can kind of like keep track of those things. And sometimes artists make paintings for a title. I don't think, oh no, I have done that. I totally have done that before. I was thinking I had never done that, but I've definitely done that before. Or I'll have like a Bible study that I attend or something, and there's just something very meaningful in the discussion, and I'm like, that specific topic could totally be a painting, whatever. And so then I have totally made work that goes with that. Not a lot though. I tend to work from even if you work from photographs, you can still kind of do that. There's definitely some tire tracks, some details I wasn't observing before that are down in here, so I'm gonna put that in. There's a little bit of just funky canvas showing in the background here, right here, and I want to get rid of it. Gone. Just a little bit of snow around the corner there. Now, is my snow shadow deep enough? These are the questions you must ask yourself when you're painting. Is it dark enough? Actually, all my art teachers growing up were like, darker, make it darker, go darker. Like, don't be afraid of dark values. And I definitely now teach my students that. Sorry, guys. Don't be afraid of dark values. It really makes it work. adds a little bit of depth to the foreground here with these details. I feel like the shadows need it too, because again, things get hand motions lighter and bluer as they get farther away from you, and things that are closer need to be more contrasty, darker, you know, that type of thing. So here we go. We are putting it down here. We're putting down the dark values to really get this. Now I think I lost some of my we'll just put some of it back in here. Oh, I like that, London. Road to Wonderland. So you wrote, yeah. Roadway to Wonderland. That's even better. Oh, that's a good idea, Becky. Yeah, where I take submissions for like title ideas and then make paintings to go with them. That could be really cool, actually. Next live stream. That would be really cool, actually. Because you can go so many different ways with just words. You know, you can interpret it how you want to interpret it. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool. Okay, I think I better not overdo this one. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it if I keep going. These trees over here, though, just need a little bit of a lighter highlight on the sides. Sorry, I got like some weird like purple on my brush. Where'd the purple come from? Yeah, ooh, okay, so we're gonna call this one Roadway to Wonderland. We'll just do it. We're gonna do it. I like it. And then I would love to do that, Becky. That would be super, super cool. Yeah, these just need a little bit of a brighter highlight on the side to bring out that detail. If anyone else has any ideas for titles for these pieces, stick it in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. Okay, I think that one's done too. So we've got two officially done. I think this one's done. I might do, need to think about that one. But I think let's go to this one and try to finish this one up because it's definitely looking a little. Can I say that? Where did it go? There we go. So the highlight color on this tree is kind of a sage green, which is basically a gray green. So, and I think I might use a combination of these brushes because I want it to have a lot of texture, but I don't want to go too Bob Rossi with my texture where he just takes one brush and does the same thing. I want to change it, so notice how I like work my palette. It just like is a big mess, but that's okay. Okay, sagey green. It's gonna be this color. And yeah, a little more green maybe. pinky color, a little bit of a red, whatever, just to gray it down. Let's try this. There's like specific chunks of value. I want to go more green in spots, so we're gonna go more green. More green on the edges of this tree thing as it comes down. A bit of blending doesn't hurt. Okay. I like doing texture on this type of thing, but it's a little bit like, it's again kind of tedious sometimes, and I'm like dying on the inside. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I might be getting slap happy here. It's getting kind of, it's not really that late, but it feels late. Oh, and I want to do, you have to stick around because I need to do some sparkle on some of these. Because if you get to see it up close, you'll be able to see it a little bit on video, but it's definitely a must-do with these Paul Rubens metallic watercolors. Okay. Now we're going to do some highlight on the branch itself here. I don't even know what color I'm trying to make here. Let's go for an orange. When in doubt, make orange. No, don't actually do that. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Now I can do. Hopefully this will be bright enough to bring it to life. Again, I got like too much water on my brush. Oh, it needs like a little, I don't know, it should be kind of bluish maybe. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna go with more pink. Yeah, warmer. It's almost like too warm though. So, I want to talk a little bit about my live stream experience here, since this is marking a whole year of doing it weekly. It's not been easy. There were days where I did not want to do it, and I was like, I can't. There's power in streaks, and you don't want to break a streak. And so that's honestly a big part of what got me through to be able to do a lot of these. You know, because I would do a live stream and no one would show up to watch me, and that is okay, but I had to like do it as if people were watching me and have fun while I was doing it, and enthusiastic and all that, you know. Sometimes I wasn't enthusiastic. Sometimes I was like, when can this be over? But it's a good challenge, you know. I think I learned that it's really helpful for me to actually get painting in, especially now that I have a kid. I used to make my Fridays sort of my painting days, and then when I had Tobias, it was kind of like, well, it's a little harder to do, but I have my live stream, and my live stream is consistent, and I have to do it every week, because that's what I told myself. No one's making me do this. I'm making myself do this. And I was like, if I'm gonna paint, I can do it on my live stream. So it was definitely a huge, like, kick in the pants to keep doing art, because it's not easy with a kid to really do anything besides, I mean, you can do stuff, but it's like a lot, you have to have a lot of motivation to get up and do stuff when they're napping and all that, and that's hard to do all the time, but I'm trying, because without art it would be very hard for me to that sounds harsh. So I find joy in life, but that's awful. I find joy from a lot of things, but art is definitely a part of me, and so if I don't do that, a part of me will die inside. So, whether or not you watch my live streams, I am here for myself to paint and to make art that can hopefully impact people. I think art can change lives, and art can influence people, and art can make people think a certain way and believe a certain way, and so it's very powerful. And I have always loved art. I've been painting since I was drawing and painting since I was like really little, and so I just love it, and I want to share it with people, and I love teaching it to people. That's one of my favorite things to do, is teach people how to draw and paint, because you can get so much joy out of doing that. Anyway, sorry, that's my little spiel on that. And I always was afraid to have a kid, because I knew it would put a wrench in my creative flow and things I wanted to do, and obviously stuff like that. And I've always thought I'd have kids and wanted kids, so it was a part of the plan anyway, and it was going to happen at some point. So I was like, well, I need to figure out how to continue my dreams and continue what I love with a kid. And there's lots of people, that can be good examples of that or not good examples of that, and I've seen both, and I had to just figure out for myself, like, once I have my own kid, yes, it's going to be hard, but how am I going to do it? I need to figure out a way to do it, because I can, and I've watched people do it, and it's doable. And so far, I'm doing it. And I can't wait to have more kids, so I guess it's a win-win. Make art, have kids, keep doing both. It's awesome. It's awesome being a mom, so do not regret that at all. Oh yeah, London says that she likes to draw. You like to draw when you're in a sad mood and it makes you happy. That's nice. No, that's huge. I think, art definitely can do that. Sometimes it can do the opposite, where you're like, oh, this is great, I'm loving this, and then you start hating what you're doing, and you're like, what am I doing? This is awful. That happens to me too sometimes, so sometimes both ways. But that's just life, Whatever you're working on, there's always something that's like not enjoyable. Okay. I think, yeah. What was I gonna do just now? Highlight on these grasses in the distance. Having trouble seeing the separation between these layers here, so I'm gonna come in and do that. Oh, I know what I was doing. I want to put a little bit more in here that was a little bit warmer. So if any of you are, interested in learning to draw or paint, I do teach. And I don't teach a lot in person these days, well, because of stupid COVID, but also because I have a kid now, and so my schedule's a little bit stretched. I teach at a few schools during homeschool enrichment programs during the week, but I do one-on-ones, and I can do some of those virtually, but I also have a Teachable page, Fragile Growing Impressions on Teachable, where you can purchase one of my classes that's pre-recorded, but you can, and I'm going to come out with more of those. I'm working on that. But I have a few classes out now that can work for, I've got a portrait class and a color mixing class and different things like that, and you can kind of take it on your own time. You can still communicate with me via the platform, but it's more laid back and on your own time, so that's always an option for you. And YouTube, I've been trying to ramp up my YouTube, and so I've been doing lots of YouTube how-to and content like that, so you can subscribe to my channel to be notified of such things. Okay, I think these are done. Now, I'm sad that I don't have tape to pull off to show you the beautiful edges, but that's okay. So I wanted to add just a little bit of some of the sparkle paint on something somewhere. I think I'm going to do it on this one. And I'm going to go for, and I'm going to sign them too while I'm with you. And then so this might not be visible to you as for how it looks, but and this is Paul Rubens. I have a review video of these. I love them to death. They're pretty sweet. Just gonna put little hints of these down in here. Just little things. And don't forget to look at those links in the description of this video, because you or actually it's not this video anymore because the live stream messed it up, or my OBS thing messed it up. So I'll put it somewhere. I'll maybe put it in the chat here in a moment. This is supposed to be white over here. What was I saying? Oh, you can go check out Society 6, Fragile Growing Impressions. No. Mary Langwish on Society 6. Forget which is which. To see my art as prints or other products there. It makes great gifts. I do also sell my cards on my website, and I can ship them to you. And I also do commission work, and I have paintings on my website for sale as well. Original paintings. Pre-painted things. Yeah. Yep. It just adds something to it. And I'll see if I can show you at an angle what this looks like, because it's just a little bit of something. So that when it's at an angle, you just get a little bit of a shimmer. I'm just doing it in a few colors. Nothing crazy. Let's do, oops, this and this. Maybe ends of this a little bit more. Okay, so let's see if you can see any of that on there. Oh, you see that on the right there? I stuck a little bit on the trunk there and a little bit in the grasses. You can see in there. It just adds just a little bit of sparkle. It's perfect. Let's maybe do it on this one will work really well with that actually, because the lighting is quite dramatic. So I guess the question in London, if the links work for you, are you seeing the description that I have for this video, like with the 4 different links to 4 different places type of thing? Because it seems like it started a new video instead of the one I scheduled, so, which is a pain because lots of people probably were like, why can't I watch this? Why can't I see this? So I'm sorry that happened. If anyone is watching that finally got through, super big pain. Technology can be great, like we can do stuff like this, but it's never perfect. Just putting a little bit of this on top of the snow. I don't like to overuse it because then it looks cheesy. But here I put a little bit on the snow pile there, a little bit there if you can see on the branches and stuff. I might not put any on this one because it's not going to match the style. This I just put a tiny bit on the actual like ground color. I'm going to just kind of put a little bit more. That was actually the right color. Because it really works the best if you can match the color underneath and just put a little bit down. Maybe we'll do the car lights a little bit here. Glisten. Da, 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 da. Oops. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay, if we're gonna do it, we have to put a little bit in the sun. Just right in the center. Just boop, 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 boom. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. So, I was gonna sign them while I was with you. Oh, I should drink water. I have water over here. Drink your water, people. Okay, I'm definitely going over what I said I was going to do, but thank you for staying on and watching me. So I'm going to sign these guys. Close that up so I can have a little more room here so that you can see all four of them. I guess I'm going to use this brush and you're going to watch me stumble with my signature. I've always, and I don't know why I've always done this, probably because it's, I guess, easy. Well, I don't know if it's easier. I don't know why I do it, but I do all my letters in my name when I sign it in capitals. And I usually do my full name. Well, Mary S. Langwish all the way across, which can be long. So I think on these I'm going to shorten it to Mary. I always sign the back with pencil too. And I measured out, so on each of these there's a line that is the 5x7 line exactly. And I'm going to sign in from that a little bit. Oh, I'm hearing my baby, which he may need me here, so. I'll just sign this one here. Oops. Actually, I could probably do my whole name. Oh man, it's so hard with a brush, but. Lange. Always say your name out loud when you're writing it small. On a painting, on a drawing, on a cake. I've misspelled things in frosting on cakes before. When you are slowly doing things, you miss words or letters because your brain's ahead of your hand. Okay. I'm just going to do the one in front of you and I'll do the rest later. So let's give a little preview and then I will hop off. So we've got this one, which we never named these other ones, but sorry, to get it straight. This one is got the crazy looking tree with the really cool grasses with the colors in the grass. Okay, and those of you that are watching here, 5x7. Then we've got this one, Snowy Road. Looks like this up close. Then we've got the car, old car in the snow, and with some clumpy snow texture, and the cat in the window. Fun one, that's probably my favorite. Oh, focus. Of the four. And then I do like this one too. This is, sorry, everything's reversed. There we go. And so the car that's kind of blurry as if it's moving, the trees in the distance, a little bit of shimmer, not like a ton, a little bit of shimmer on the sun, not a ton, but just enough because I like the way that the sky turned out on this one. Kind of a wintry sunrise, sunset, whatever you want to call it. So super fun. Thank you guys for watching and participating and interacting with me. This was a lot of fun, and I'm sad that it's over. But hopefully you guys followed the instructions for the giveaway and emailed me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com. It can be an empty email, it doesn't matter. Subject line 52, just so that I know it's for this. And I will be drawing names randomly over the weekend from the emails. And I will let you know via email if you won one of these things or which one. I'm trying to decide if I have, I probably have the first person pick what they want, second person pick what's left, keep going down the line. So we've got these 4 paintings, which will be in the drawing, and 2 packs of 10 cards each, random styles, random paintings of things I've done before, and then a Keep Going book by Austin Kleon, which is just really good for any creative person who works on anything. Doesn't have to be painting, doesn't have to be drawing, but really cool book, really fun to read, really easy to read. It's a good one. So those are the things I'm giving away to those of you that came and watched and emailed me. So thank you. I think that's all I was going to say. Again, you can check out my website, fragilegloryimpressions.com, to see my art, my original work. You get links to my online art school for classes, to get directed to Society 6 for my prints and things like that. Look at my commission page. All of it's on my website. You can also ask me personally via email or whatever too. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night and weekend, and stay healthy and safe out there. And we'll see you next time. I live stream every week, so subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you hopefully at the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.